Hi everybody, thank you for tuning into another video on TK's Tech Corner. Today we're going to be taking a look at this accessory here. It's a USB-C triple display dock that supports 100 watts power delivery input as well as 85 watts power delivery to the actual connected device. It supports connection of triple display. It's got two HDMI ports, so we can just see the specifications there, HDMI 1 and HDMI 2. And also supports output via a display port as well. You can see that there on the top end with the LAN port, which supports, it's a gigabit LAN port, so it should support 1000 megabits of throughput. And again there, as you can see, 100 watts power delivery input and provides 85 watt power delivery to the laptop or any other connected device. Also, it features two USB ports, two USB 2.0 ports that support 480 megabits of transmission speed. We've got two USB 3 ports as well that support up to 5 gigabits of transmission speed. And again there, the triple display connectivity as well. And the resolution is listed here as 4K at 144 Hertz by DisplayPort 1.4 source. So we're going to open this up. We'll test it out. I'm particularly interested to test this device out to see how it performs as a portable dock for some games consoles. So we'll test it out with the ROG Ally X. Apparently the software, it's not compatible with the Steam Deck OS. So if you've got a Steam Deck running Windows, you'll have no problem at all. But any other device running on Windows, you'll be able to use this, such as a laptop, for example. And I might also just test it out with a Nintendo Switch to see if it can be used as a portable dock for the Nintendo Switch, because if it can, that would also be a bonus, because then you've got a multifunction device for multiple of your consoles on the go. So in the box we've got some paperwork, which is driver download links as well, which we may or may not need. I think it's pretty much a plug and play device, so we shouldn't really need to do too much. I'll keep the paperwork aside just in case we need it. There's nothing else in the box other than some nice packaging and the device itself. So let's just have a quick look around the device. Really nice size. I like the metal housing. It's really slick and smooth. I like the fact that it's got a very nice soft touch matte finish to it. Another thing that I just noticed actually is that it's also got a 3.5mm headphone and microphone jack there as well. So I didn't actually notice that when I was going through the packaging, but this literally got so many connectivity ports. It's got the card reader, SD card reader and micro SD card reader. I think this is probably one of the most feature packed docks that I've certainly had on the channel and that I've probably got in my house, to be honest. And all of that in a really nice form factor and a built-in really high quality USB-C braided cable you can see there as well. So that shouldn't be snagging or anything at all. That's a really nice thick high quality cable, and it does support 85 watt of power delivery, and we'll test some of this out as well. So I think the first thing we'll do is we'll test it out on the ROG Ally. So this is the ROG Ally X. We'll just quickly log into Windows. Right, so we're logged in. Now what I'll do is I've got my tablet here, which I've got a video capture card connected to. So I'm going to plug the dock in to my ROG, and then okay, so no lights on so far. I suppose why should there be, because nothing's connected to it. I'm going to connect the HDMI port to the dock as well, and let's see what happens. It may need power, by the way, but I'm going to try it without power first just to see what happens. Okay, there we go. We can see it's working. So display has switched to okay, it's got some HDCP stuff going on here. This is that protection. So let me just see if I can bypass this somehow quickly. Right, back again, different setup. USB-C powered monitor, or can be powered via the display, well, via the source as well. I've got the ROG Ally X here. We're going to plug this in, so I shouldn't have the HDCP issue with this one that I had with my capture card. And then I'm going to plug a HDMI cable in. Let me just grab a mini HDMI cable. Right, mini HDMI is going to go into the display, whichever way it goes. One of these ways somewhere. Right, that's in nice and stiff. And then the other end is going to go into the actual hub that we're reviewing here today. So let's plug this into HDMI 1. Now remember, this thing supports triple display out, right? So if you've got more of these, you can plug them in. But let's see how this goes. So I'm going to turn this on. You'll notice straight away I have not plugged the power cable into this yet. I want to just see what happens without power. I don't expect it to work because this is not going to power through just the the display port, right? So 1 second. Right, we're signed in. We'll be able to play some games hopefully on this lovely display using this awesome dock. So now I'm going to plug the power delivery in. It's still not going to power this. I'm going to be expecting to power this via another cable because this is just a display anyway. So we're not talking about the display here today. I've got power in the display, so I'm going to turn that on. That's coming on. I'm going to get a different power source because my ROG does not seem to be happy with that power source. Right, power source is in and you can see this thing is working absolutely fine. I say that, but it looks like my ROG's frozen for whatever reason. The display is working fine. This is oh, okay, game's crashed. Let's just start it up again. You can see that working absolutely fine. So this dock is doing the job it's supposed to be doing. It's it will be interesting to see if I can go from the power delivery port straight to the display, because if you've got a let's just quickly get through this. Right, that's launching now. If you've got a display like this that is actually that supports being powered via the actual host, so if you've got a laptop, or in this case this is actually powered via the Steam Deck or ROG Ally X, if I connect it directly, then it would be interesting to see if I can just use this and use this as a display port. So we're going to try that out now and see what happens quickly as well. So I'm going to disconnect the HDMI port. I'm going to take the power charging cable. Well, actually I'm going to get another display port cable that I know actually works. It's the one that came with the monitor. So I'm just going to plug this into the C port. Now the display is currently getting power anyway, so we'll test it first with power since it's plugged in, and then we'll test it without power as well. So if I plug this into the power delivery port, it'll be interesting to see if it recognizes that as a source or not. Right, it's turned on itself, so it may well do. If it does, that's awesome. Let's see what happens. Okay, maybe not. Oh, maybe. It made that boop boop sound. No, okay, that's not going to work. Might just try a different power source for the display, just for good luck, just to see what happens. Okay, safe to say that we can't use that display. That's not a display port, but it's not supposed to be. It doesn't say on the box. I was just trying it to see what happened, but we've got 3 display ports. So you've got an actual display port, HDMI 1 and HDMI 2. Let's just quickly do a test with the Steam Deck as well, just to make sure it works with the Steam Deck as well. Right, I've just connected the device into the Steam Deck. I'm just going to get the other end of this mini HDMI cable here and plug this in, and let's see what happens. We'll hopefully see. There we go, straight away it's up. Now it's probably just worth noting, and I should mention that apparently this device does not support the Steam OS directly. So if you've got Windows installed on your Steam Deck, you're good to go. You've seen it working on the ROG Ally X, also a Windows device, no problem. If this is plugged into your laptop or mobile PC, it's going to be absolutely fine. It's going to work. Even in your main PC, you can use this. It's not going to give you any issues whatsoever. I think what I'd also like to do is I'd probably also like to give it a quick test on, that's working lovely, you can see that there, no issues. Maybe give it a quick test on the Nintendo Switch as well, just for completeness. Right, I've got the Nintendo Switch here. Now, one thing about the Nintendo Switch is if you're running it in docked mode, it typically does need power for the dock. So I'm going to plug a power delivery cable into the actual dock here, just to make sure that we've got full power for it first. And then we'll plug the HDMI cable in and just see what happens. So I expect this to go into some sort of a docked mode. I'm going to plug the HDMI cable in now actually to see what happens without the power first. I don't expect it to work without power. There you go, so it's not going to work without power now. When I plug the power in, I'm hoping this goes into a docked mode, and if it does, then that's awesome. Right, saying console battery. Right, it's charging. Now, it doesn't say that it supports the Nintendo Switch. I thought I'd just give it a quick try, right? It's worth trying these things out sometimes, because sometimes you never know. The HDMI cable wasn't pushed in fully. I've pushed it in now. Okay, so I'm going to just try changing the power cable, just to make sure it's not the power cable causing an issue. Yeah, okay, I can confirm it definitely doesn't work with a Nintendo Switch, which isn't a deal breaker because it's not designed for the Nintendo Switch. Sometimes these docks just work out of luck, even when they don't advertise. So I thought I'd try it just for fun and for completeness. Definitely does not work. But other than that, you can see this is a fantastic, well-built, good quality device for your other mobile gaming devices, Steam Deck, ROG Ally X, probably Legion Go, and all the other devices you can name will work absolutely fine. You've got a fantastic collection of connectivity ports there, as you can see. 2 USB 2 ports, 2 USB 3 ports. We've got the card reader. We've got the gigabit LAN port there. We've got the display port, 2 HDMIs, and a power delivery port, which supports 85 watts of power pass through. So overall, fantastic dock at a great price, flexibility beyond belief. If you're looking for a really good quality all-round dock, I think this is really worth considering because it's a multifunction device in my opinion. I will leave the link to this product in the description below, in case you're interested in buying something similar for yourselves. If you've got any questions about this, please ask them in the comment section below. And if you haven't already done so and you're enjoying the videos, please hit that subscribe button. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. Really appreciate the support from my viewers. Thanks for watching. I shall see you in the next one.